Hey guys, Red Baron here with Red Baron Modeling, coming at you with another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at my build of the Airfix 1/72nd scale English Electric Lightning F.6. I started the build with the ejection seat. It was very simple and had only a handful of pieces, such as the ejection seat pull ring. To add a little bit of detail and wear to the sides, I used a number 2 pencil to add some paint chips and scratches. The next step was to build up the cockpit tub. For this, I painted it in Tamiya light gray or sky gray, and then I applied the decals. The decals went on really smoothly and were actually relatively well detailed. I decided to put the pilot in the cockpit for this aircraft due to the lack of details in the cockpit. I painted the pilot with Tamiya paints, and it went relatively smoothly, especially since it's a 1/72nd scale figure, and you can't really see most of his details. Here's the final assembly of the cockpit tub. Here's the air intake and nose landing gear well. The way Airfix designed this was so you could put the nose weights into the nose cone, and I could fit most of them there, but it wasn't quite enough to balance it out. So I had to go and find other areas of the cockpit and fuselage to put the balancing weights to keep it from sitting on its tail. I'm sorry for the huge jump in progress on this build from the last photo, but I went through a gap of time where I wasn't taking pictures of the build. I'm sorry for that. The wings went together quite smoothly. Fuselage was a different story. As you can see on the nose and a little bit further back down on the raised ribbing on the tail, or on the spine, there's a little bit of a gap problem. I couldn't quite get all the pieces to fit quite 100% right, especially around the nose and the air intake. That was a really bad fit area, and as you'll see further down the line, also along the tail. The model is painted with Mission Models aluminum, and I had the same problem I've had in the past with their metallic paint, even though I used the additive. So I have no idea how to prevent this. Somebody in my club told me to use Future floor polish, but I haven't been able to find that, so. Here around the exhaust, you can see the slight gap I had that I was talking about earlier. Also, I decided to go with the second decal option for the kit because it has the Phoenix on it. I kind of thought it was a cool little touch, and it was also bare metal, and I wanted to try the bare metal. The decals sat real nicely down onto the model and took to the panel lines really nicely, especially with the micro sole. I believe this was the first time I used micro sole. I had been using micro set as well, only, so this was a real nice change in how I was building my models. Here you can see the problem I've been having with Mission Model paints. Whenever the decal is applied to the model, the water reacts with the paint and the paint rubs off. This is after I have added their polyurethane additive and given a clear coat as well. And here are the finished results. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, model on.